Hello, everybody. This is Global Warming Skeptic, and I'm here with another electoral map. And this is going to be more of a prediction. I'm going to try and predict the best I can who is going to win the presidency. And so, first of all, let me just fill in what I think this is going to be. Nevada. I think Nevada is going to be firmly in the hands of Donald Trump. I'm going to put it as likely. Arizona, I think, is going to go to Trump. Another likely, because it's possible that it could go the other way. I think Colorado is finally leaning the direction of Donald Trump. We'll put it as a lean, because that's it. Iowa, Trump is pretty much pulled so far ahead in Iowa. I don't see Clinton making much of a comeback. I don't think she's even going to try because she's got other states to worry about. And as you see, we're going to discuss that there. So that's going to be likely. Minnesota's an interesting one because Trump is making a push, but I think there's just too much. I think Clinton's going to take it. I'm just going to put it likely because Minnesota is very hard for a Democrat to win. Wisconsin, I think Clinton will win, but I think it's more of a lean. Just because Trump's done okay there, but she's got a strong lead and her lead's been consistent. Michigan, with the debate performance last night, I still think she's going to win it, but I think it's going to be a very narrow victory. I'm going to put it as a lean. Ohio is another one of those, like Iowa, that's leaning strongly in Trump's direction. I think Hillary is going to fight very hard for Ohio, but I got to give the slight edge because Ohio's politics right now are currently leaning red. Georgia, Trump has started to pull away there as well. So I'm going to put this as likely. It's very hard for a Democrat to win in Georgia. Florida's an interesting one because Clinton had it for a little bit, then Trump, and now it's virtually tied. I believe if you look at the average of polls, it's Clinton's got the advantage by 0.1. It's very tough who's going to win there. I'm going to leave Florida alone. This is going to be our pure undecided. North Carolina, I believe it's going to be Trump. It could go Hillary, but Trump's just got the advantage there. Let's look at the Northeast states. We'll go, let's see, New Hampshire. It's considered a battleground. I don't know if Trump can make. There's just so much Democratic influence up there. Ayotte done a good job. I think she's going to win the Senate seat, but I just think there's too much Democratic influence, especially with Trump's brashness, and I don't think his debate message for the conservative platform is going to play super well up there. They are pretty national security, but I think it's going to go Clinton. Maine, kind of in the same boat. They got a heavy independent movement. They're going very strong for independence right now. That goes into Trump's favor. I think Trump's going to make it close. I think Trump is going to make a state like Maine competitive in future elections. But I don't see Trump doing it this time. It's going to be very close, but I'm just going to give the tiebreaker. And so, Virginia, I think, is going to go to Hillary. Trump's got too much ground to make up there right now. And so I'm even going to put this likely. It's just going to be so hard. Pennsylvania, here's going to be the shocker for everybody. And that is going to go, I think Donald Trump, this is my bold prediction. I think Donald Trump did enough last night in his debate, and I think the future debates is going to be no different. The free trade is going to hurt Clinton. I think she's going to win He's going to win Pennsylvania. That's my big blockbuster prediction. And so here you're left once again with Florida as the final stronghold. The final stronghold once again. And so, who do I think is going to take Florida? It's like I said, it's extremely close. They have a good liberal base, especially around Miami. But Miami is also very heavily Southern influenced as well. It's got some Southern influences. Tampa has some Southern influences. There's a very strong retired community. You got Lakeland. You got that kind of leans Democrat though, but you have a lot of senior citizens who they're just Hillary is not clicking with them very strongly. If I had to pick, Jacksonville is very conservative. If I had to pick, I'd have to say Trump would win Florida. If I had to pick. And that would put Trump as a winner. So this is going to be my final prediction because I don't think the other two debates I think are going to solidify what's already there. I think both candidates are refined. October surprises you really can't predict, but I'd say Hillary would be the one more likely to have the October surprise because with Donald Trump, it's like the media has fished out so much about him. He's very open about his thoughts. There's not really much left that could be the bombshell. All the ammo against Trump is pretty much gone, and you see a lot of petty stuff, but most of it is gone. I don't think there's an October surprise that could hit Trump. With Hillary, it's different because with Hillary, you see a lot of stuff she's not genuine, which plays in. I'm not saying that's a bad point because some people see it as stable, as cool, as steadying the ship, as they would say, controlling with a steady hand. So it could play in her favor, but in terms of October surprises, it's going to hurt her because if one thing comes out about one thing that she said, something in an email, say Assange releases some emails and it just exposes gross racism, so gross that the media cannot ignore it, that could hurt her severely. And I don't think the emails are going to be the difference. They're going to have an impact if Assange releases more. But in general, I'm trying to be objective. So if I'm not being objective on a point, if I'm overlooking something, post it in the comments and I'll be happy to respond, and I might even refine my position because this is very, very close. So what this boils down to is really what are the chances that Donald Trump will carry Ohio and Florida? Because I think that's once again going to be the difference. And once again, I just think it's going to be too much. The momentum's too much on Trump's side, especially with the trade deals. Especially, if he could make a strong push for Virginia too. But here's the thing: back a couple weeks ago, I put it at 70% for Hillary. And the reason why I said that was because Donald Trump had to hold on to everything he had. What I didn't really anticipate are all these late breaking states that are breaking toward Trump. Minnesota, Maine, New Hampshire, even Connecticut's very close. The most recent polls in New Jersey are very close. Michigan's very close. In fact, these are all toss. Well, Connecticut wasn't a toss-up, but most of these states are toss-ups according to RCP. Wisconsin, another toss-up. Illinois is only leaning toward Clinton. Leaning, and Illinois is a very blue state traditionally. Very blue. Colorado actually did switch. And the states that were close a couple weeks ago that Hillary was breaking in, now Trump has kind of gotten secure. So now I gotta say it's the opposite. Hillary Clinton is the one that needs to hold on to a ton of states. Just because of how fast all these things are breaking. And the math for her, it's not as bad as the math was for Trump even just a couple weeks ago. Especially with the debates. Well, with the debate, it puts it in Trump's favor. I don't think as much as he was in trouble, but I still think it's pretty strongly. So, this is going to be my final prediction. My final prediction in terms of percent, I'm predicting 55% chance that Donald Trump wins. So a narrow victory for Donald Trump, and that's my prediction. Thanks for listening, guys. God bless.